Since they have to repair 20 trucks every day, the piston rod of Tianjin is broken into 2 pieces. However, it is still very expensive to buy a new one in Pakistan, so the master used an elbow rod to reproduce it. After a simple lathe processing, the scrap Tianjin was restored to the factory settings. And the cousin of the auto repair shop in Peshawar in front of me, since the truck full of goods is too heavy, the piston rod of the jack cannot bear it and breaks. In order not to delay the subsequent repair work, it was sent directly to their local repair shop. Obviously, the welded piston rod cannot be used at all, so the master adopted the elbow rod reproduction plan, which is to use the same material to create a new one. After simply confirming the appearance of the piston rod, the first step is to cut and remove the glue of the elbow rod. The main purpose is to make the appearance of the elbow rod meet the standard. The original sleeve of the scrapped elbow rod can be removed to make the rough slip. As the master cuts very carefully, the shaft feeling of the appearance is qualified and the end face needs to be cut. Tianjin is to improve the durability of the piston feeling. The entire head generally has a replaceable top, so the master needs to drill a hole on the end face. Only when there is a hole position can the top be firmly fixed. As the drilled hole diameter is larger than the inner hole cutter, the center hole can be cut and enlarged. Only in this way can the top be subjected to greater force. Considering that the top needs to fit the hole position perfectly, after simply cutting off a layer, a precise vertical line card is required. Repeated measurement, there will be a gap when the top is embedded. After comparing with the original top, the claw plate will be clamped. The second half of the cutting steps are carried out in the same way. The outer diameter is the key to whether the piston rod can be used. After all, the piston rod needs to rub against the oil seal for a long time. Inaccurate diameter will cause oil leakage in the jack, which is also the reason why the master is very rigorous in processing. The outer diameter of the elbow rod and the piston rod is very different. The master's force is very small each time to prevent excessive cutting and causing the elbow rod to break. 0.147, the processing standard of the front bow of the level. When the shaft rod is longer, the excess part needs to be completely removed. In order to repair the shop without high-end slot cutters, Wendao can also make layers of glass without error. After the master processed the cut cone surface to be flat, Fu also cut out the bottom step for the bottom of this qualified exterior scene because the bottom needs to be installed with oil seals and sealing rings so that there will be pressure inside the jack. Then use the wrong knife to remove the remaining hair to ensure that the oil seal and the piston rod are completely and tightly fitted. Although the piston has been formed, the surface smoothness does not meet the standard. Fu will process the surface twice. The surface of the piston is more delicate and the service life of the hydraulic oil seal is increased. After confirming the piston rod with the card teeth, in order to make the surface reach the standard of smoothness that cannot be maintained, the grinding wheel must be used for fine grinding. Then the reproduction work of the piston rod is completed. Considering the previous working environment of Tianjin, all accessories need to be cleaned with diesel to avoid oil pollution and affect the work of Tianjin. Then all accessories are wiped clean. Although the original piston rod has a serious fracture, the other accessories are not damaged at all. They need to be installed back to the original position. The internal structure is very simple. It took the master only 10 minutes to complete the installation. Then he filled the inside with new hydraulic oil and sealed it with a leather plug. When the piston rod rose without oil leakage, it proved that there was no problem with the master's processing. So this jack with a broken piston rod can continue to repair the car. What do you think of the Pakistani master's craftsmanship?